Straight ahead on CCX News, why Art on Wheels could be rolling through your neighborhood this weekend. Plus,
people will still be able to bring their electronics recycling here to Golden Valley.
A new chapter for a Golden Valley nonprofit that recycles your old technology. But first, why buying a bike may cost more in the near future. CCX News starts right now. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Shannon Slatton. Do you plan to buy a new bike? And if you do, plan to pay more for it. Last month, President Trump approved tariffs on roughly $200 billion of imports from China, including $1 billion on bike products. Reporter Sonia Goen shows us how the move is impacting local cycling shops.
Cycling is a passion for many people in our state. In fact, Minnesota consistently ranks at the top as one of the most bike-friendly states. Now, some of those people could be spinning their wheels and paying more if they need a new bike or new parts.
The tariffs went into effect September 24th at a rate of 10%. Now, it'll stay at that same rate until the end of the year. Afterwards, it jumps to 25%. So if you're in the market to buy a new bike, now's the time to make a purchase.
This is normally like $24.50, but it's a 2018 we have on sale for $19.99. Next year, this bike will be over $3,000.
Trailhead Cycling in Champlin loaded up on inventory before the price increase kicked in.
A combination of last year's models and 2019s that we're able to buy before the tariffs took effect.
And it's not just whole bikes that are targeted by the tariffs, but bike parts as well. Frames, wheels, rim strips, brakes, and speedometers.
Some small repair parts are going to go up. The ones we do a lot of volume in, we stocked up ahead of time. And we're just trying to do our part to make sure it doesn't hit people in the wallet anytime too soon.
While Trailhead Cycling isn't being impacted at this time, they are feeling a little pain from one of their vendors.
Their approach is to take that 10% increase. They're going to eat 5% of it, and we're going to eat 5% of it.
Meanwhile, the owners of Trailhead are optimistic, hoping both sides hit the happy trail and reach a deal before prices get even higher.
We're choosing to be optimistic that the administration's going to negotiate these tariffs away before next summer.
Sonia Goins is CCX News.
According to the group People for Bikes, 94% of bicycles sold in the U.S. are imported from China. And if you have a bicycle you're not using on Saturday, you can donate it and make a kid very happy.
We really believe that it's important now more than ever for kids to be physically active, and if we can get a bike in the hands for a kid who wouldn't otherwise have a bike, that's wonderful.
This is the 8th year the nonprofit Free Bikes for Kids, that's Kids with a Z, has teamed up with Allina Health to collect, fix up, and then in turn donate bicycles to needy kids across the metro. Last year they collected more than 7,000 bikes, and they hope to reach that level again this year.
We are collecting thousands of bikes. We're going to spend 2.5 months refurbishing with the help of thousands of volunteers, and we'll refurbish the bikes and give them away to kids who need them most.
There will be 50 donation sites all over the metro, and the first 50 donors at each site will receive a free t-shirt. For a map of donation sites, go to Free Bikes for Kids website. The U.S. unemployment rate fell to 3.7% in September. That's the lowest level since December of 1969, a 49-year low. And while that is a good thing for workers, it's proving to be a challenge for manufacturers here in Minnesota. Meredith Hackler joins us now with more. Meredith?
Shannon, today in Brooklyn Park, manufacturing companies from across the state gathered for the 26th annual Manufacturing Summit. The event is hosted by the Minnesota Chamber of Commerce. One of the biggest issues manufacturers are facing is a worker shortage. Right now in the state of Minnesota, there are 12,000 vacant manufacturing jobs. One of the goals of this conference is to figure out how to bring people to Minnesota to fill those job openings.
Well, it's about building awareness amongst students in school now, junior high level and high school, about what great jobs are available. Going local to make sure that there's a communication between those students, their families, educators, as well as businesses. So there is a connector between those.
But that's not the only topic companies tackled today. They also discussed supply chain sustainability. Several experts spoke on ways companies can reduce their carbon footprint while also cutting costs. They shared ways the manufacturers could produce their products more efficiently so they could in turn compete globally. Now, the different companies and the Chamber of Commerce are committed to showing off Minnesota as an attractive place to live and to work so that they can help attract more workers. Shannon?
All right, thank you, Meredith. A Golden Valley nonprofit dedicated to refurbishing and recycling electronic devices plans to expand its footprint. Tech Dump recently purchased a 90,000 square foot building in St. Paul's Midway for $3 million. The acquisition will give the 7-year-old nonprofit an opportunity to double its workforce and its revenue. And if you're wondering about the future of the company's presence in Golden Valley, employees say there's no need to worry.
Tech Discounts Golden Valley will continue to stay open and stay strong as a presence in this part of town, as well as our customer drop-off. So people will still be able to bring their electronics recycling here to Golden Valley, and we have, we have every intention of continuing that forever.
The nonprofit also plans to open a second Tech Discount retail space at its new St. Paul location as well. There are 8 schools in Minnesota who receive national recognition for being a Blue Ribbon school. The School of Engineering and Arts in Golden Valley and Wayzata Central Middle School in Plymouth are 2 of the schools recognized. A national Blue Ribbon school is based on a school's overall academic performance or progress in closing achievement gaps. The Department of Education recognized 349 schools across the country as Blue Ribbon schools. Still ahead, works of art on wheels roll through Golden Valley. Plus, Maple Grove and Osseo meet up in a rivalry match on the volleyball courts. But first, chillier than usual fall temperatures coming up this weekend. A car rally rolls through Golden Valley on Saturday, but it's not the type you might imagine. Here's Neil Persley with today's Weekend Showcase.
Fasten your seatbelts. There's a Gearhead Motor Mania event rolling through your area this weekend.
The Minnesota Art Car Rally is a progressive event beginning in Golden Valley, weaving through North Minneapolis, hitting Fridley, and finishing in Spring Lake Park.
It's not exactly a Mopar motivating event, but these rides are works of art in their own right. Okay, Golden Valley, listen up. The event begins at 9:30 at Prism's Shop for Change. You'll see art cars such as the
Toyota is a work in progress, like a lot of these cars are.
Carol considers the art car community family.
And we're all very different in terms of what we do with our lives and what we do for a living, and some of us just came into this on our own.
I like to call it the Moo Machine.
Or this intricate 1997 gamer van.
I'm a graphic designer, so I did more than just decorate. It's got little sayings all over it using Scrabble letters.
And it's not just an event for motorized 4-wheel rides.
Who doesn't love riding a Monarch?
Art bicycles will be on the roll as well, and be sure not to miss Magenta Aquarius and her artistic roller dancing exhibitions.
I will be all over the event. I plan to meet right here at the beginning and be all the way until the end.
The Art Car Rally has a higher purpose than just being fun. There will be a raffle with many great prizes, and the proceeds will go to benefit Tony Warner, a fellow art car enthusiast who had a devastating heart attack this past spring that put her in the hospital for over a month.
I just want women everywhere to know that your symptoms may not look like regular heart attack symptoms that you've learned. I thought I had the flu, and it turned out that it was a heart attack.
It's a car rally that may not move fast, but sure will be a lot of fun. For a Weekend Showcase from Golden Valley, Neil Persley, CCX News.
Life is always fun when you drive an art car. That looks like a good time. Still ahead, Maple Grove's special group of visitors from South America. But first, it's cool outside, but the girls' tennis playoffs heat up. Our John Jacobson is in with that story next.
John
John Jacobson with sports. Champlin Park's volleyball team is back at the top of the state Class 3A rankings. The Rebels have lost just once this season, and Thursday night they hosted a good Forest Lake team that came into the match with a 14-4 record. And the Rebels will roll in set one. Emma Schmidt floating over the blocker for a 25-12 win. Set two, Izzy Ashburn wins the battle on the jump ball for a Champlin Park point. A great dig here by Forest Lake's Angela Denny, and Bree Motez puts it away. And the kill for the Rangers. Schmidt recognizes the blockers again and lofts it over and down for a 12-7 Champlin Park lead. Denny rifles a cross-court kill for Forest Lake, and the Rangers try to keep pace. But Champlin Park closes the set on an ace serve by Ashburn, and they go up 2-0 on the Rangers. Set three, Hannah Prasky slices the kill on the line for CP. And Ashburn sets up Jordan Stalpus, and she puts it away for another point. Rebels get all their weapons working in the set. Lauren Clark delivers the big hit for a kill and a 22-14 lead. Champlin Park wins the set 25-17 for the sweep. Champlin Park's next opponent is Osseo on Monday night. The Orioles lost twice in the St. Michael Albertville tournament last weekend and then fell to Wayzata Wednesday. The Orioles hosted a Maple Grove team Thursday night that 1 year ago beat Osseo for the first time in well over a decade. First set of this one, the Orioles' Riley Steester's attack in the middle is blocked, but setter Carissa Furman gets it outside. Kelsey Seelock gets the kill, and it's an 11-5 Osseo lead. Later in the set, the pass comes from the back row to Lindy Ogery on the left side for the swing and kill. Osseo takes set one 25-16. Second set off a Maple Grove serve. The ball is passed to Furman. She'll dump it over for a point. And the Orioles get out to the lead, and they win this set 25-18. After trailing big early again in the third set, Maple Grove makes a nice rally. Alexi Preed will get a block to get the Crimson within two here at 15-13. And then Zoe Brown will set it outside to Skylar Gray. She'll drop one in for a kill. But Maple Grove's rally falls short. Osseo takes the third set 25-21, and they complete the sweep of Maple Grove. Also in the Northwest Suburban Conference, Armstrong hosted Spring Lake Park. Falcons get a piece of the ball on the block, and then Riley Fry sets to Brianna Mayer for the back row attack for a 16-9 lead in the set. And Armstrong wins that first set 25-19. Set two, Mayer's serve leads to an overpass, and Fry hammers down for the point. Armstrong's up 12-7. Fry with a nice back set on the slide to Kaya Durant. She puts it away as the Falcons prevail in set two, 25-15. Fry goes on a serving run in the third set, delivering an ace for a 15-9 lead for the Falcons in that third set, and they stay in control throughout the match. Libby Madela will get it through the block for a point, and Armstrong sweeps Spring Lake Park for the win. Armstrong is the top seed for the Section 5AA girls tennis tournament. They played their first postseason match Thursday against Rogers in the section quarterfinals. Number one singles off the Rogers serve. Nicole Snezhko angles the backhand return and then fires the forehand winner for a point. Snezhko has a potent serve, an ace, part of a 6-love win for her over Abby Johnson of Rogers. The second singles, and Mallory Leeton goes right down the line with a shot and goes back the same way with a backhand to catch Samantha Stickler leaning the other way. Leeton wins 6-4, 6-1. Number three singles, Kathy Stoikova serves and then fires a winner down the line, but she falls to Allie Hatcher 6-3, 6-1 as the Royals pick up a team point. And at first doubles, Caitlin Moe serves. Teammate Renee Bruner puts the volley away on the way to a straight set win. The Falcons win 5-2. Falcons, Buffalo, Maple Grove, and Wayzata are the four teams advancing to next week's semifinals. The Brooklyn Center boys soccer team won their last two games in September. They were looking to break a two-match losing streak in October when they hosted St. Croix Lutheran. The Crusaders' Andrew Voigt races up the right side, gets a step on the defenders before tucking a shot in the far post. St. Croix grabs a 1-0 lead 15 minutes into the game. 3 minutes later, Jake Marzinski will volley it into a crowd in front. It bounces past several players to Noah Bloom for the shot on goal, and it's 2-0 Crusaders. They add one more in the first half. Han Luang battles past a couple of defenders And he'll bury the shot, and it's 3-0 St. Croix Lutheran at halftime. Centaurs come out stronger in the second half. Simeon Dawson makes a quick little move and watch the perfect strike under the crossbar for a goal. Brooklyn Center's within 3-1 with 15 minutes to go. Dawson making a bid for another, but a great save by Sam Haberkorn robs him. Brooklyn Center does get a late goal, but they fall short 3-2. Live football tonight, Friday on CCX, as Maple Grove hosts Lakeville North at 7 o'clock. Shannon, back to you.
All right, thanks, John. There are 4 candidates on the ballot for 2 places on the Brooklyn Center City Council. Today we hear from 2 of them, incumbent Dan Ryan and challenger Alois Bielik.
Hello, I'm Dan Ryan. I'm seeking re-election to the Brooklyn Center City Council. Today we are seeing progress and renewal in Brooklyn Center. Bank of America, Home Furniture, and Luther Mazda are just some of the redevelopment projects underway, building our tax base. Topgolf alone will bring us 500 jobs. Property values have recovered, and Brooklyn Center is as safe today as it was in the 1980s. We are helping the next generation succeed through the city's youth jobs program, Brooklink. Brooklyn Center may be challenged by its diversity, but I believe it can be our source of strength. The next 4 years, I will work to bring us together as one city, one community, better and stronger going forward. Please join me in that effort. Vote for Dan Ryan for the Brooklyn Center City Council on November 6th. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Alois Bielik, and I'm running for City Council. I'm running for City Council because I want to rebuild our sense of community. For too long, our voices are not being heard as the decision-making process is made from the top down. We need to be included when it comes to projects such as the 252 I-94 corridor change or businesses being built without our input, such as Topgolf. As citizens, we are laughed at and mocked for trying to provide input. It is time we have our voices heard and rebuild our sense of community from the bottom up. Vote for me, Alois Bielik, on Election Day, and I will bring back your voices. Thank you.
Up next, a week filled with culture in Maple Grove. Experiences for students that will last a lifetime when we come back. And finally, a special end to a week-long exchange program in Maple Grove. Columbia put on a program of traditional music for Maple Grove Senior High Spanish students today. Today's program capped off a week of cultural exchanges between the Columbians and students at Maple Grove Senior High. The South American students spent this week in Maple Grove, and Maple Grove staff say the visit was a smash hit.
It's been an absolutely phenomenal week. We've had a ton of fun. The kids have really embraced the Crimson family, and we've embraced them, and it's just been a spectacular experience all around.
The exchange students leave on Sunday, and next week they will move on to Stillwater. After that, they will spend a week down south in Georgia. And that's all the time we have for now. Thank you for joining us. We will leave you, though, with more music from Maple Grove Senior High. Enjoy.